Guys, there's a man who is dying. His name is Walter Hardwell White. A beloved father, husband, teacher, and it's quite sad. Born with his son, disabled. His baby, his son, his wife. My dad is amazing. It's funny, but I didn't know until I found he was going to die. That was going to happen so soon that it was real. Then I thought a lot of stuff. Things I have thought of or about a lot. Things I have thought of about for a long time. Sick, sick, wanted for something. I mean, our parents are just always there. Expect them to always be bugging you to clean your room or study harder, to have good manners, or try new things, to grow up, to be a bit more well-rounded person. Yeah. One day, and and make and wake you early on the weekend to have family time and all that other stuff that used to drive me crazy. I don't feel that way now. Everything's different since Dad got his diagnosis. Since I realized that one day, near future, he might not have him around, might drive him. See, now I feel lucky when he asks me about my day. I used to totally hate that question or nags me about coming home or being responsible. One day he wasn't at the desk. I feel lucky to hear his car pulling into a stairway after school. I even hear he's still around. Still my dad. My dad is a chemistry teacher at my high school. He's annoyingly smart. I mean, a super brainiac annoying. He knows the most random stuff, like how a room temperature mercury is almost metal is a liquid form, and water expands to a drop of temperature, and by its time it's frozen. It takes about 9% more space, but if you slowly pour a handful of salt, it takes about 9% more. It into a totally full glass of water, it won't overflow. In fact, the water level will go down. He's always dropping little facts about everything. He didn't realize what a geek he is for doing this. He just really got into chemistry. I think he really doesn't understand, and that's not for everybody. He likes to cook because chemistry. He mostly makes breakfast because his chemical reactions happen all the time. I mean, cooking. He's always expecting as he goes. I did. I did not take his class at school. He's a pretty good teacher. Gets all practice a lot. Look at him with his wife. Damage from the start. But we've only got a bit more, guys. The whole time I've been in high school, I'm a Sephorian. I've always had to hear what other kids thought of him. I bet I was always Mr. White's kid. Sometimes they call him Mr. Wallaby, which was the name of a totally loser shoes he always wears. Some kids dissed him just to get on my nerves. Some kids dissed him, period, because that's what they do with teachers. The sad thing is, though, he expects everyone to do their best, just like he does. When they don't try your hardest, it doesn't cut any. He doesn't cut you any slack. That's that's how he is at home in school. I only figure out what a good quality what is. That's what makes him brave in his cancer battle, and what makes me brave too. When I was younger, whatever I wanted to be or not. Anyways, anyway, I always just wanted to be some regular kid in school but because of my dad being a teacher, where I was different, I realized two things now. So first, I'm already different because I have CP. Let's let's done until first. And two, these were right dad for me. I can't do a lot of physical stuff because of my disability, and that's okay. With my dad, it wouldn't be a lot of other dads I've met. It would be disappointed because we were into sports or whatever. I mean, I mean, my dad doesn't have a disability, but but you sure wouldn't see him throw football or so that way. You wouldn't get along. It makes sense. Like, he's my dad. I'm his son. My point is, I don't care about what the kids at school say anymore. The bottom line is, he's a good teacher, and no one can, no one, no one can say he doesn't care about what he does. I know he teaches, and no one could say he doesn't care about what he does, and I know he cares. After my family, chemistry and teaching kids, it is what he loves. Best I really want to make sure he gets around and keeps doing what he wants to do for a long time. And for him, for his students, for his family, for me, and my family. It's been a really rough time since in our family since my dad got cancer. Not that there's ever been a good time, or especially an awful and scary as that as that as that. But it was never such a bad time for us. It was sure a bad time for us. My mom was pregnant and with what she calls a surprise baby, who is now Holly, and even though she's a newborn baby, she's actually cute. And my dad has an extra job at school to try to pay for the regular bills. To what was before it got diagnosis. We don't have a lot of money, but before here we were doing okay until all medical bills. So my dad is pretty proud, okay, really proud. And he doesn't want to take charity. That's why I'm doing this, not because I want to make him mad or upset, because I want him to have a fighting chance no matter what. The great son. One thing I don't understand, and is why he's saving someone's life costs more than a regular person can pay. He, why some doctors usually best ones don't take insurance. I think that's wrong. I mean, one big reason why my dad didn't want to get treatment at all in the first place was because he didn't want to leave us behind with a huge debt. That's the thing about my dad. He loves us more than anything, more than himself. But we want him around, and we want him to try everything he can to stay with us as long as possible. Surgery is one chance there is to save his life, and we can't afford it every day. And every day that goes by, one less day I'll have with him. And I don't know how to tell my little sister about my dad. I want her for herself. What a wonderful dad I have. But he is in trouble. It's lung cancer. He needs your operation. Don't please to help. Please send your confirmation to the operation fund and keep my dad in your prayers. Save War White. You can help money to save War White's surgery. So let's see what's on it. Wait. It's pretty fun. Right? Wait, no. Why is it on Walking Dead? It should be on Breaking Bad. The guys, there he is. R.I.P. Walter White. We didn't